All right, here I am. This is it. My package got here. If you clicked on the video, of course, you know what this box is. I'm going to talk about this a little bit, and I'm going to open it. And I'm going to figure out if I made a mistake or if this is awesome. So here's the thing. Since I was about 5 years old, I've been watching Star Wars. And for that entire time, I have always wanted a lightsaber. Always. Not just a plastic, cheap little lightsaber, but a lightsaber. A cool thing that I could put up, that I could put on the shelf, that I could play with every now and then. Something that was unique and interesting and felt real when you held it in your hand. Something that was better than just a toy. And for some reason, I never, ever got one. Ever. But then the opportunity one day randomly presented itself. See, I was online, and just like always, okay, I look at Star Wars stuff, and then Star Wars stuff appears in my feed for Facebook. And I happened to go by this one link that caught my attention. 37 years old here on Saturday. Never owned a lightsaber. I have the money. I'd been trying to work with this guy at my job who makes them. I told him everything about what I wanted and everything like that, and I was willing to offer about $250, and everything seemed fine. And then for some reason, it just seemed like every time I tried to get a hold of him, I couldn't get a hold of him. We just never seemed to link up. So I passed up on that one. And I came across this. This one link, sabermasters.com. What I saw seemed an awful lot like the stuff I'd seen from Kyber or I believe it's called AliExpress. Those sabers don't look awful to me. So they were running this crazy deal. One that was too good to be true. And there's a chance that it was too good to be true. Because after I ordered it, and everything was on the way, and everything was said and done, it gave me all my shipping number and everything like that, and I got my first little email telling me that it was on the way. And then I saw where it was on the way from. Made in China. Well, this got me worried for a second. But I calmed down after I started realizing that I've actually seen an awful lot of these reviews on the kind of thing that I had bought. And a lot of these reviews said that these things were like from China. So maybe I didn't have anything to worry about. Truth of the matter is, I don't know if I had anything to worry about. I don't know if I should have been scared to death of the fact that these things were coming from China. I don't know. I'm about to know. I'm about to cut the wrapping off this thing. And I'm about to see if I should have ran for the hills. Literally, since I was a little kid, I have wanted to do this. I have wanted to get one of these. And here they are, possibly. Now, if this works out, I got a hell of a deal. If this didn't, then I got screwed. So, I will cut all this off, and then we'll see. Okay, I've opened the box. I have not seen this thing yet. I'm crossing my fingers here really hard, guys. I really am. If this thing turns out to not be if I got screwed, it's really going to hurt me. It's going to straight up hurt my heart. If this turns out to be awesome, then I hit the frickin' jackpot. This is literally a part of my childhood here, my mass nostalgia playing with me. The deal was too good to be true. Man, I hope it was true. Okay. Good news is that I see 2 pieces here. That's good, because the box seemed awful small to me, which had me a little scared. There's a thingy in here. Oh, yes. So far, so good. Okay. This is the blade. Fairly sturdy. I'm not exactly going to do big duels here, but this is not the reason I bought it. I didn't buy it to do a bunch of duels. So that's the reason I decided on this. But it is strong enough where I feel like it could withstand a couple of duels. This is the thing I bought it for. This is what has me on the maybe. It's nice and cold. That's good news. If it's nice and cold, then I don't have to worry about the false advertisement in terms of what it's made out of. I was scared because I've seen people that have ordered things like this and got plastic. And that scared the hell out of me. So Okay. Okay, that is nice. I've definitely seen worse than this. This is nice. I'm impressed by this. This seems very simple, but it's exactly what I wanted. See, when I think about things like this, I am not a flashy person, per se. Don't misunderstand me. I like flash just as much as the next guy. But when everything comes down to it, when everything's said and done, I will never, even though I am flashy, I will never, ever be interested in a thing like a Darth Vader lightsaber or a Luke Skywalker lightsaber. And here's the reason why. The flash hurts the form. And if you were going to use something like this, then it's a good idea that it be presentable and awesome. Like, we want it to be cool, right? We want this. We want the swoop. We want it to be nice. We want it to be stable. We want it to be fairly sturdy. We want it to be tough. But function is majorly important, especially for me. I am somewhat flashy, but I was not about to get one of these if it didn't have a type of hilt design that was comparable to something like you would see Qui-Gon Jinn use. Yes, that's my favorite Jedi, but this is not a biased type of thing. I like simple design. We've said it before in the Sentai review over and over and over again. Sometimes you can overcomplicate these things and you do yourself no favor. This is almost exactly what I was hoping for. This is simple, but this is perfect. I like the gold color. Why did I choose gold? Well, the Gold Ranger thing played into that a little bit. And I like it to be flashy and noticeable instantly. And I think that this gold color will go very well making it flashy and noticeable. When the yellow blade is out, it will be really cool against this gold texture, and at the same time, it is simple. So to pop out the simpleness of it, I thought the gold would really pop. I thought it would really make this thing something to notice immediately when you walk in. Simple design, very practical. You could hold this thing for hours. You could fight for hours and not have to worry about little things that I've noticed where when other things, like I fought with a Luke Skywalker lightsaber before, and all those curves and shit screw my hand up. I don't know how the actors and whatnot tolerate it the way they do, but congratulations to them. This seems better to me. A Qui-Gon Jinn inspired, simple hilt, does everything it needs to do thing. Now we're going to open, this is what I mean by this deal was too good to be true. We're going to open the other one now. All right, so let's get this second one out here, okay? First off, the same kind of instruction book that we got with the other one. Blade is coming out. Hilt is right there. There's some of our extra stuff that comes with it. Nothing else. The boxes are empty. Let's take another look. The blade here. It's fine. I like this white reflective. This is supposed to be the same polycarbonate that is used in most of the blades. It's the same kind of polycarbonate that they use in riot shields. It's pretty sturdy stuff. This is, of course, a thinner blade than is normal on sparring type stuff, but it will be solid enough to work for what I need it to work for. Because like I said, what I'm interested in here is a bit of a childhood fantasy, to have something to put on my shelf, to have something to play with every now and then. That's all I care about. These are solid hilts. I really like these. I know this is simple to some people. I get that. But I really like these. These, to me, this is what a lightsaber is when it's practical and makes sense, when it was built by a Jedi who was not about flash and flare and things like that, which I'm a little bit about flash and flare. I made it gold. But this makes a lot of sense to me. Now, I'm going to put this thing together, and we're going to see what these things actually look like. Then, I don't know if we'll need another video for this. We might. But I'm going to try to turn them on. And hopefully there's enough charge right off the bat that these things turn on and we can check them out. Okay, these are the items that came in the tool bag. Nothing extreme. We've got this. We've got a couple of the little screws here. And we have this. This I bought. It's a type of fake leathery material, but I like this idea. See, this wrap will go on the hilt. It'll go down here around this, and it'll add extra grip, and it'll add just a little bit extra touch to the overall design of this piece, which I actually like a lot. Because yes, this gold is very shocking, and it works well, and it does everything that I've been talking about. This is form right here. This is function. This is interesting. I like this design. It's just enough flair to keep things interesting with the way that it kicks in right here and has all this little stuff. All of this is nice. The button is nice. Everything about this is nice. Even the pommel is decently done. I see that as, I know that's where the speaker is, but to me that's like where the little vent is. This all makes sense. This all works for me. But this will add just a little bit extra flair and functionality to the idea where if you had to hold this thing and train, wouldn't you like to have a type of hilt that had like a leather grip to really hold your hand, to really... That's interesting to me. I like that. It's one of the reasons I got this. So I'm going to wrap these, and I'm going to put the blades on. Okay, so let's look at the completed project once this thing is done. Here it is. The blade is in. decent length. I was worried about the length, but that's about right when I compare it to, say, a sword. If I was to put the power sword next to this, that's about the same thing. The hilt is a lot longer on the power sword, but this is not bad, actually. This easily stands, and let's see. Okay, now I'm near 6 foot. This goes all the way up to my waist. That's about right. That's about right. Goes a little past my waist. Now this was a little tough, a little tricky to put on. I tried it 2 or 3 times before I really got it to wrap the way I wanted it, and it's not perfect, so I put a little tape thing down here, and I'm probably going to glue off the end once I get it absolutely where I want it. But this would be it. Now, I don't hold my stuff all the way up here. Some people hold their stuff all the way up there. I do hold it down here, so I met with the bottom ring up here and the top ring up here, and this is it. This is fine to me. Like I said, I like this wrap here. I like that it offers just a little bit. It feels a little more rugged, and it helps. I like the feeling of this as opposed to just holding metal. I'm gonna pull this off, but I am curious if this will turn on. As far as I know, from everything I have heard, you hold the button for a little while. Okay, well, I seen it flash. Okay, I turned the sound off is what I did. So let's... One, two. Now the sound is back on. So let's do it. Are we ready? Let's hit the button.
3.
Okay, we're on sound effect 3. It's a pretty good blade. It's not a bad speaker either. It says flash on clash. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. It should be something like if I hit the button once while it's like this, it should make a, yeah, like a blaster bolt. That's cool. I want to say if you hold it for 2 seconds, it does. Oh, see, now it's pulse. I don't like that. Okay, so every time it changes that, it's going to do something else. I like the standard blade is always there like this. I like that. This is solid. This is pretty solid. I'm going to have to play around with it to figure out everything in terms of how it all works, how this button works. Let's... This is cool. This is going to serve the purpose for what I need. This is pretty freaking cool. So let's go into the last part of this, and I'm going to tell you something. Why'd I buy this? Because of this. See, this saber was sold with something interesting. The saber that I bought said that if I bought one, it would send me a second one for free with the pommel connector. It's going to take a little work to get it where I want it to be, to get it screwed in perfect every time and whatnot. I know that for a fact. Oh my, oh my. I was unscrewing the pommel. So let's try this one more time. We're going to try to line this up. See if maybe that helps us. If we start with it lined up. A little bit. We want to be a little bit behind lined up, it looks like. So let's go about right here. There we go. Almost perfect. I'll keep playing with it. I'll figure it out. But look, that's cool. That's cool because now I can actually do, if this is cool. The fact that this, very cool. And this isn't bad either, this little effect that it adds right here. So, what did this run me? What did two sabers with the piece to connect these sabers? What did this run me? Well, this, everything said and done, for two sabers and the connector, it's $204. $204. I gotta say, I like this. I like this a lot. I'm super happy. I'm stoked. This is something I've wanted for years. It's something that I now have. I have two of them, and if you've been with Fandom Night long enough to know, that was my fighting style. When I used to go to, there's a park here in my area, and for a while I discovered that there was a group that did a type of Star Wars RP LARP thing. They did competitions, like little kendo tournament things. And I started going to that park after I discovered them by accident when I went camping one time. I went camping and I took a back trail and I wound up in a park. There was a whole bunch of people swinging lightsabers everywhere and I was like, holy shit. So I got into that group and started swinging with them. And then before I knew it, I was competing in their group. And during those competitions, I won 2 competitions. Sorry, I had to cut there. There was a lot of background. But look, I got into this group that did these lightsaber competitions at this park, and I won 2 of their competitions. I fought with 2 sabers, and then I carried that over into my own group when we started playing a type of lightsaber LARPing at a different park. We kind of started our own group and started playing, and I continued on with 2 sabers at that point. So this is awesome. Even if the connector doesn't work perfectly, even if that turns out to be something that just doesn't quite work, I'm impressed for what this is, because I was scared when I saw that it was coming out of China. But these are pretty awesome. So, now, we need to change the blade color. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the blade color, one press turns on, long press 3 seconds to turn off. Okay, we are looking for volume selection, no. Sound effects, no. We'll worry about that stuff later. Mute function, sound effects, memory function, color change lights, turn on, off, quick press on. It says quick press to turn on, long press 4 seconds to turn off. And then this says light color selection. After booting, long press the button for 2 seconds, release. Then quickly long press to enter the light color selection mode. 11 light colors will cycle in turn. When the desired color is reached, release the button. Okay, so we'll try this real quick.
One.
Okay, here's this. So now it says that we hold it for 2 seconds. 1 flash, 2 flash, let it go. I don't know how this thing works. 1 flash, 2 flash. I don't know. I'm going to mess around with this for a while to figure out the color real quick. Okay, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I have figured it out. This is how the colors work. This interface is a bit of a pain in the ass. You hold this button, and you turn the saber on, okay? Then, you hold the button again, all right? For 2 blinks while it's on. Let it go, hold the button for 1 blink, the color changes. There's 11 colors. So it takes a while, but it's fairly vibrant and pretty cool. So here, we'll turn it on. Nice, right? Here we go. 1, 2, let it go, hold it in. There. See that? 1, 2, hold it in. Now we're on like a red. This is a pretty orange blade right here. It's hard to see on this camera. I've noticed it doesn't. Some colors really show up and some don't when it comes to these type of things. But 1, 2, hold it in. Now we're on a type of deeper orange. 1, 2. Now we're on green. No, this is yellow. Sorry, very colorblind, hard to see. It doesn't do us much favor here with the way that the camera is for you to actually see it. So 1, 2. That's really green. So far, this is all looking white on this camera. So we're gonna kill this. Cool thing about it is that after you choose a color, it will keep it. Now this camera, for whatever reason, most light colors, like you saw with the shelf back there, just don't show up. And the best thing I could probably do is turn the lights off, and maybe that would help if you want to get an idea of what these colors look like. In fact, maybe we'll try that real quick, just because I would hate to leave this video without having at least tried to show you what was going on. So we'll do that. And we'll see how that turns out, okay? Okay, so hopefully like this, you can see the light in the room, and we'll cycle through a couple of colors and give you an idea. It's going to light the room up like crazy, but hey, that's part of this too, right? So here we go. Ready?
1.
Okay. Still about the same. So like this is the really crazy cyan blue. This thing is bright, like really, really bright. It's really well done. 1, 2. This is that really nice guardian blue that it's got going on, which is really sweet. This also has the flash on clash, which is something that usually you don't find in sabers like this, you know, of this. This is really good for what I paid. 1, 2. This is like high. This is almost pink. Like, I wish you could see it better. I really do. 1, 2. That's a real close to like, almost an, it's like a really bright green. And my eyes may be wrong here. I'm red-green deficient. That's like pink. The other one must have been a purple color. That's super purple. That's Mace Windu purple. I don't know if any of this is showing up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ooh, that is crazy orange. That is really, really cool. That might be the color that I want. No, that might still be in the orange spectrum. Color blindness is a bitch. Okay. So that is the package I waited for. This thing is the package I waited for. I got 2 of them. I got the connector to actually make myself a saber staff if I wanted. Because 2 of my all-time favorite Jedi are Bastila Shan and her descendant, Satele Shan. I like Satele a lot more, but that is the way it is. I myself, my favorite Jedi of all time is Qui-Gon. His saber is very simple design. This is very simple design. I really like this grip. I love this gold color. It adds just enough flash to be something interesting, while at the same time, this is just... Look, guys. This is happy freaking birthday. We're going to pull this sticker off. And there it is. That is my birthday present to me. That is 2 lightsabers. As far as I'm concerned, very super decent quality. This, for being the first one I ever bought, the first 2 I ever bought, these are solid. They are really cool. Once I start learning the interface and figuring out how to customize them to be what I want them to be, couldn't have asked for more. For what I paid, I really couldn't have asked for more. Wonderful. Honestly, honestly wonderful. Makes my day, guys. I will come back, of course, like always. Fandom channel is far from done. We will be adding a lot more to the collection, but these sabers have now been added to the collection. And they're f***ing sweet.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.